What's up, everybody? I'm the Man Goose. You are awesome, and grab your bug out bags and load up on MREs because I've been enjoying a battle royale, and that, my friends, is as sure a sign of the end times as you can get. The Antichrist in question is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt, free-to-play battle royale available in Steam that's produced and developed by Sharkmob. The game is based on a popular tabletop role-playing game about vampires. As such, you replenish health and gain buffs by feeding on humans around the city. You combine your unique vampiric powers to leap along the rooftops and blast your enemies in the face with machine guns. While I have been enjoying this game, there are of course some pretty glaring issues throughout, so today we'll discuss what the game is, who's making it, and my opinions of the overall experience. In Bloodhunt, you choose from one of two archetypes from 3 different vampiric clans. Each clan has its own ability and each archetype has its own as well. For example, the Nosferatu clan, my personal favorite, can gain invisibility and a speed buff. Both the Saboteur and Prowler members of the aforementioned clan can execute this ability. However, the Saboteur has a unique ability that allows it to throw a sewer bomb, while the Prowler can scout areas with a sphere of bats. The members of the Bruja clan could both perform huge leaps, with the Brute being able to create a wall that blocks bullets and the Vandal being able to leap towards a location with a powerful, earth-shaking punch that knocks enemies up. The Toreador clan can send out an image of themselves and then blink to it. The Muse can blind targets, while the Siren can heal themselves and allies in an AoE. For the most part, Bloodhunt is just like any other BR game. You pick a spawn point, load in, and run around trying to find weapons and items strewn about the map. However, in Bloodhunt, you can use your vampire sense to indicate where these weapon dumps are, as well as any humans in your area. Feeding on humans is how you get your buffs. Regular humans show up white and are really only useful as a med pack when you're low health. The humans that glow, however, will give you buffs depending on their color and whatever disease they have. The buffs can be improved melee damage, health regen, or lowered cooldowns or effectiveness of your abilities. You can only have 3 of these buffs at any one time, so choose wisely. If you don't plan to engage in any melee combat, then stay away from the orange humans. You can increase the number of buffs you're able to get. If you down an enemy, you can then Diablerize them, I guess that's how you pronounce it, which it's basically an execute. This will heal you back to full and give you an extra buff slot. It's a bit of a gamble to do so, of course. You leave yourself completely exposed to anyone who is rushing into third party your duel. You also need to be careful about when you choose to feed on a human. Using your powers or eating somebody in full view of other humans will mark you on the map, and other players will be able to easily locate you. Aside from the plain old humans, there are also entity checkpoints throughout the map. Supposedly these checkpoints have high tier loot, however they're guarded by soldiers that will fuck you up. They don't miss their shots and they will track you for a pretty good distance. You can kill them, but the entire time you'll be exposing yourself on the map with gunfire while taking damage, making you an easy target for other players. I found that it's usually not worth it, it's not worth the loot, and I just avoid these fuckers. I did manage, however, to down one of the smaller groups and get the chain gun, which was pretty damned fun. Bloodhunt is being developed and produced by Sharkmob, a Swedish AAA studio started by former developers of The Division and Hitman. Bloodhunt is the first of 3 titles the company plans to work on. While the team members do have a proven track record of creating successful games, I personally have a hard time placing any faith in AAA studios anymore. To make matters worse, Sharkmob was recently acquired by Chinese media giant Tencent. I squarely blame the failing of my personal favorite game ever, Paragon, on the shoulders of Tencent and their greedy business practices. I have been enjoying this game so far, but my general lack of trust in AAA studios combined with my deep, abiding hatred of Tencent gives me quite an uneasy feeling going forward. There are some issues with the game. First and foremost in my mind is that melee weapons are advertised as a viable option as a main weapon type. Some of the abilities even seem to cater to it, and there's a variety of melee weapons to choose from. However, you would be a crazy person to try running around the map with melee weapons equipped. They seem to function just like any other BR. Great when you're out of ammo up close, but don't try bringing a sword to a gunfight. I have been clubbed to death with a spiked bat, but again, I'm not very good, so I imagine a more skillful player would have been able to gun that guy down. The big complaint many users have about this game is that the anti-cheat software you have to download with the game contains spyware. Shark Mob refutes this and says that the anti-cheat running when the game is off was a bug that they have since corrected. The original poster that sparked the entire spyware debate has also edited their original post to note that the anti-cheat doesn't include spyware. I don't mind running the anti-cheat, but I 100% understand if others don't want to play the game for that reason. I mean, we are dealing with Tencent here. This is probably a small thing overall, but falling into water is instant death. I don't mind that as much as the Wilhelm scream that accompanies your death. Like, why the Wilhelm scream? Did they think that was funny? It just strikes me as a cheap way to not hire a voice actor to do a proper death scream. The game also comes with all the standard Battle Royale problems. You wait 5 minutes to get into a match and then get gunned down by someone who happened to find a good weapon before you within 30 seconds. It feels bad. Even with the anti-cheat, you do run into some hackers too. I'm not very good at the game, so I often get wasted by people far more accurate than I, but getting one-shot 3 rooftops away by someone with a submachine gun is a bit ridiculous. I also had an incident where someone was shooting at the rooftop I was about to climb over before I got to it, which was pretty sus. Even with all the aforementioned problems, I just can't stop queuing up for another go at Bloodhunt. I really don't understand why. I'm not into vampires and shit. I've never played the tabletop game, and I usually hate battle royales. Maybe it's the ease at which you can find loot, maybe it's the joy of just straight eating people to gain buffs. If I had to come up with one reason though that I've been enjoying this game above other battle royales, I would say it's the verticality and the mobility. Well, I guess that's 2 reasons, but anyway, it's the verticality and the mobility. You can leap from rooftop to rooftop, run straight up walls, drop down, run through a tunnel, and surprise your opponent by climbing up behind them. I said recently that I think the main factor that goes into making a game fun is the ability to do cool shit. Bloodhunt offers the opportunity to leap through the air, go invisible, locate your opponent with bats, gun them down with an SMG, and then execute them. That shit is cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button for me. But for now, this is the Mangoose signing off. You guys have a good one. Mangoose! Shout out to channel members Foolish Bloodhunter, Jelly Knees, and Meow Mix for Men.